Hi, it's Jamie from Conscious Man Attraction. The other day I saw a blog post that really struck a chord with me as a man. It was from Jenna Ward, who is an embodied woman coach, and she talked about how women can influence and help a man to become more emotionally available. And she describes how modern culture expects men to be successful according to a certain standard of success. We're brought up in a society that discourages men from feeling or expressing their emotions. But of course, we men, we have emotions and we have feelings that sometimes go against what we've been taught to feel. Instead of always feeling strong and protective and responsible and manly, sometimes we feel lost and confused and unsure of our direction. Feelings which, according to society, suggest that a man is failing, that he's not meeting his responsibilities to provide and protect. When I heard Jenna describing this, I was deeply moved and I felt the urge to cry actually. And I remember back to those times in my previous relationships when I had had those exact feelings, but I felt unable to show them, even discouraged by my partner to show those things, which would be considered as a weakness and not the strong man that she needed. I remember moments when I was alone and crying and feeling lost and unsure and without direction, but I couldn't share it for fear of being criticized and judged. I considered myself to be an emotionally available man. I mean, I've always considered myself to be not a perfect man, but very much aware of my feelings and ready and willing to communicate those feelings to my partner. But I realize that it's so true what Jenna Ward is saying that we men, we need the right conditions to be able to express those emotions. We need to feel that we're in a safe place with our partner and that we won't be criticized or judged. I remember moments with some of my previous relationships when there I was, an emotionally available man, but totally not being emotionally available for her, at least not as much as I could be. Not feeling safe, not feeling free to show my feelings of inadequacy and feelings of being lost or of not having direction. Basically, not able to be vulnerable with her. And when I look back at the times with other partners when I was able to express those feelings, when I did feel safe to be vulnerable, when I was truly being emotionally available for her, I realized that it was because she was holding a safe space for me. And she did that by herself being vulnerable with me, by opening up, by showing her weakness, her sadness, her confusion, her tears. That, on one hand, starts to bring out my protectiveness and also brings out my strength. And with that, I felt more confidence to trust and to open up to her. In those moments, we both become very intimately connected as we take that big step in trusting one another and exposing our inner fears to each other. As a man, what I found was so amazing in those moments was to be listened to with real understanding. I can see that she understands my insecurities because she also has gone through or is going through similar insecurities. And I can see that she's empathizing with me, and that's what blows my mind away and makes me feel so in love with this person. So I think what I'm trying to say here is that if you want your man or the man you're dating to be emotionally available, you have to really hold a safe space for him. You have to show that you can understand and empathize with him and that you won't judge him for showing his sensitive side. That side which society says a man should not be. And the best way you can do this is for you yourself to get a little vulnerable, to express to him some of your own fears, some of your own insecurities. Emotional availability is a term which is thrown at men a lot on the internet. But I think emotional availability is a two-way dynamic. A man is not going to be emotionally available with you if you are not being that with him. Of course, in the early stages of dating, getting vulnerable with each other is a gradual process. It will develop as the two of you start to feel some connection with each other. You start to feel that you have some things in common and start to trust each other. If he's a genuine conscious man, he will surely open up to you emotionally as you open up to him. And this isn't about you having to take the lead. Honestly, it doesn't matter who takes the lead in this. But I think what does matter is to understand that you, as a woman, you have some control in this. You have some influence in how much a man is going to open up to you emotionally. You can bring out the best in your man by embodying your own divine feminine and by being in touch with yourself and not being afraid to express how you feel. And by holding that safe space for your man, you will make him feel amazing, that he can truly be like fully emotionally available for you. So there we go. That's just my thoughts on this. Let me know what you think about this topic. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon in the next video.